Hello, everybody. I'm Teresa. This is Dennis. We're both RYT certified yogi instructors. He's certified extra in yin. I'm in mindfulness. Today, we're going to do a full body yoga flow, do a few hip openers, some core work. We're going to do a little bit of everything and touch on everything. What's most important is to stay present. Remain present with your breath today. That's your Ujjayi breaths. We're going to begin in a seated position this morning. Breathe in and out. As you become present with your breath, think of an intent you'd like to set for your practice today. I like to think of my yoga as a mindful meditation as I flow, and to be with self, and not to think about anything else, and to reflect on my day. Come up with your arms high. We're going to twist over to the right. Your left arm will drop down on that right knee, and your gaze will be over your right shoulder, and you're going to inhale and exhale. Take a deep breath. Take your gaze back forward, then release and unwind. Come up tall with your arms. We're going to twist all the way over to the left. Return your gaze back forward, unwind. Now we're going to take our legs out and forward, in front of us. Take a micro bend in your knees, come up high, and we're going to come down and do a forward fold and just see how that feels this morning, and just be where you are. If this is where you are, be there. If you'd like to sink a little lower, let your breath take you there. Now raise back up. Take your right foot, and we're going to gently place it over the other side of our left knee, and we're going to come up tall with our arms. Stretch our spine out, and we're going to twist over to our left, or right, excuse me. And our gaze will be over our right shoulder. And we breathe. We're going to warm up our upper torso. Take your gaze back forward. Take your foot out long. We're going to take our left foot, extend it over our right knee, come up high with our hands, and extend our spine out. And stretch all the way over to our left. And our gaze is over our left shoulder. Breathe deep. Take your gaze back forward. Release. Now we're going to come into a tabletop. Take your knees back around. Take your hands underneath your shoulder. Your knees underneath your hips, and we're going to warm up our wrist by moving our body forward and backwards about 5 or 6 times, and we're just going to breathe and see how this feels. We put a lot of weight on our wrist during any asana practice, and we want to always be mindful of that and warm them up. Before we get started, we can take some gentle circles here. Now we can reverse our circle. Now bring your hands back a little bit towards your knees. We're going to reverse your hands back towards your body, and we're going to gently tug them, bring them off the mat a little bit each. Just be where you are and give it a gentle stretch. Now take them side to side. We'll go from left to right. Now you can come back into hero's pose. You can fold your toes under, give your toes a good stretch out while you're in hero. And shake your wrist out, be where you are. Now we're going to come back into tabletop. Do a few cat-cows. Inhale. Look towards the sky, and when you exhale, curl down towards the mat and let it go. Don't worry about how you look in this pose. Know how it feels. Let your breath flow. Let's do 3 more of these. And these cat-cows, when we inhale and exhale like a lion's breath, we also help out with those facial wrinkles and love our bodies back. Now let's take our right hand all the way towards the sky. We're going to thread the needle here, bring it down into that opening, and bring your right ear to the mat. You can come down onto your left forearm. Breathe deep here. Feel that stretch. As you come out of this, bring your left hand back to your shoulder. Push up gently. Come back into tabletop. Come up on your left arm to the sky. Give it a big stretch and then come down into that opening in your right forearm. And breathe. Push back up on your right forearm. Come back up into tabletop. Now we're going to kick our right leg out and our left arm out, balancing tabletop sunbird. And breathe here. Now we're going to take 3 crunches, followed with your breath. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. Extend it out far. Take a deep inhale. Let it go. Reset to the tabletop. Now we're going to kick our left leg out, followed by our right arm, balancing sunbird. And breathe. Once we feel set up here, we're going to take 3 crunches on this side. 1, 2, 3. 1 big inhale, exhale, let it go. Return to tabletop. Good job. Now we can take our hands out a little bit and forward in front of us. Curl our toes under and push up to a downward dog and pedal it out. Notice how this dog feels. First dog of the day. Just be where you are and be mindful of all these little tight spots in your legs. Stretch it out 1 heel at a time. Coming off the flat mat. And breathe. Now we're going to take baby steps all the way to the front of the mat. And we're going to end up in forward fold. Your feet will be hip width apart. Your torso's hanging down. Just let it go. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Come up halfway. Your gaze is forward. Now drop it back down. Curl your knees in. And we're going to come all the way up. And salute to the sky. Bring your hands down to Adho Mudra, into prayer, and we breathe. Now we're going to come onto a balancing pose, balancing tree pose. We're going to bring our right knee into our chest, give it a gentle hug. Be where you are today and allow your tree to grow. There's 3 versions of tree. You can modify here, your shin, or your quad. Bring it on up. You can have your hands up here. Allow your tree to grow. Nobody will look the same. Each day you come, your tree will feel different from both sides. You can come down in prayer. Open your hands up wide. Be that weeping willow. You can come up tall. As we challenge ourselves in life and we find that edge and we grow, we want to find our edge every day. We never want to just plateau and stay there. We want to grow. Bring your knee into your chest, give it a gentle hug. Now, you can either return to Tadasana or you can fly. Let's see if you can balance today and take it back and fly. Bring out the superhero in you. Warrior 3. And if you fall, it's only yoga. Come back up. Tadasana, mountain pose. And breathe. Good job. As we challenge ourselves, we grow. And our balance is different from one side to the next. Now, find your stability in that right leg. Bring your left knee in. Give it a big hug. We're going to set up for tree on the left side. You know what your comfort zone is. This is more about opening the hip here and letting that knee flare out to the left. Come up high with your arms and breathe. Find one big breath here, one more big breath. Bring that knee into your chest. Then we're going to try to find our superhero on this side and flow. Take that leg all the way back. And if you fall, find your balance and come back up. Challenge yourself or you'll never grow. Take it back. Now bring it back into center. Give it a big gentle hug and take it back down. I like to see where I'm at every day with that. I have horrible balance, but I'm always growing it. And we breathe. Take our hands all the way up. Forward fold. Come up halfway. Take your hands to the mat. We're going to work in a chaturanga here. This is going to be our flow in between poses. Come down, challenge yourself as slow as you can. Come up, baby cobra. Now curl your toes under and we're going to meet in downward dog. Pedal it out. Kick your right foot to the sky. Stretch it out, three-legged dog. Bring your right knee into your chest and hover, hovering plank. And breathe here. Kick it back, three-legged dog. Now bring it up. Plant it. We're going to be in runner's lunge here. Then we're going to come up high into crescent lunge. And breathe. Sink down into it. Now we're going to sweep our arms back and take our torso down towards our knee and let it go. With one big breath, come back up. We're going to do 3 more of these. Sweep it back. Let it go. Good job. Let it go. One more. Let it go. Come back up high, reach for the sky. Open up to the right. Come back up tall. Smile to the sky. Now vinyasa all the way to the mat. Good job. Really, these are your challenges here. Come down as slow as you can to the mat. Baby cobra. Then we kick it back up, meet in downward dog. Breathe. Pedal it out. Take your left leg to the sky. Bring that left knee in deep to the chest. Hovering plank. Kick it back. Now we're going to set up for crescent lunge. Get into a runner's lunge. Come up high. Crescent lunge. Think of something you'd like to let go right here, right now. Take a deep inhale and sweep it back. Let it go. Come back up high. 3 more. Let it go. Maintain that Ujjayi breath and breathe. 1 more. Come up high. Twist open to the left. Take a good deep inhale here. Return to center. Bring it up high. Vinyasa. You can meet on your belly or you can challenge yourself here. Baby cobra. Downward dog. and we pedal. Now we're going to take baby steps to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Up halfway. Bring it back down. Curl your knees in. We're going to come up to chair pose, Utkatasana. And breathe. Now bring your hands down into prayer. Take your upper torso, twist it over to your right. We're going to come into a twist here. Twisting our body. Give it some love. Breathe. Bring your gaze back forward. Bring your hands up high. Now release all the way down. Good job. Come up halfway. Now we chaturanga. All the way to the mat. Meeting downward dog. Pedal it out. Take baby steps or a big hop to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway up. Back down. Utkatasana chair pose. And we breathe here deep. And we challenge ourselves. Come into prayer and we twist it over to the left. Gaze down at your knees. Pull that right knee back. Try to keep them parallel in this twist. Twists are great for the digestive tract. Return to center. Come back up. Now release, forward fold. Get out of that leg. Come back up halfway. Come down to the mat, chaturanga. This time we're going to hover in plank here instead of chaturangan. And we're going to twirl over to our right side. Come into a right side plank. Pull your left arm to the sky. You can challenge yourself today by kicking your left leg up. And breathe. Come down all the way to the mat with your left forearm. Come into a forearm plank. Challenge yourself here. 2 long breaths. You got this. Find your edge and grow. Bring it all the way down to the mat and release. Baby cobra. Bring your hands forward and your elbows by your shoulders for Sphinx pose. And we breathe. If you feel anything in your lower back, you can take your feet a little further out in the back. Release some tension off your lower back. Just widen your feet stance in the back. If you want to push up to seal, you can. If you feel anything, just ease back out of it. Find that back bend and breathe. Return to that Ujjayi breath. Everybody's anatomy is different. I like Sphinx. Other people like seal. Your body will let you know. Now we're going to take our hands back to our shoulders. Push back up into that plank. Challenge yourself here. Roll over to your left side. Find that balance. Come up with your right arm. Kick your right leg to the sky. You can always modify this pose. You can always put your left knee down on the mat and modify it anytime you need to. Grow. Bring your right forearm to the mat. Come into forearm plank, full forearm plank, and we breathe. Good job. Come all the way to the mat, release. Now we're going to do a little core work. I want you to come to your sit bones. Set up for core work. You can come back down on your elbows and behind you. You can lift your feet to the sky. We're going to draw a couple of circles with our feet. Be mindful of your breath. Keep your breath engaged. Don't hold your breath. Let's reverse our circle. Good job. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And we're going to roll on up into tabletop and into downward dog. Good job. Pedal it out. Now kick your right leg to the sky. Bring it all the way forward and plant it. Bring your left foot down on the mat. We're setting up for Warrior One. Your left foot will be at a 45-degree angle. That's your anchor. And you're going to come up strong. You're going to sink down at a 90-degree angle with your right leg. And we're going to breathe. Take your left hands down behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Take your chest to the sky. And we're going to set up here for Humble Warrior. You're going to take your torso all the way down. You can stop here at your knee, or you can drop it low all the way. Find your humble side. Find something in your life to give gratitude for, and give it that little kiss right now. Breathe in and out. Release your fingertips. Bring your fingers all the way to the sky strong. Warrior One. We open up to Warrior Two. And we breathe. Drop your left hand down. Take your right hand to the sky. Feel that stretch all down the right side. And just breathe into it. Now bring your right hand all the way to the mat. No weight bearing here. We're going to peel up our left hand all the way to the sky. And give it a side angle stretch here. I know that quad's talking to you. You got this. Come all the way back up to Warrior Two. Now come out of that right leg, straighten it out. Turn your right foot towards the side of your mat. And now both feet are parallel with one another. Your hands are out strong to your side. You're going to take your heels in towards your body, and you're going to take a squat. Find your squat. Take your hands, interlace them behind your head. Let's challenge ourselves here. We're going to take our left elbow down to our left knee, come back up. Take our right elbow down, come back up. You got this. One more time. To the right side. Keep flowing. And keep glowing. Two more. You got this. One more. Release your fingertips. Come out of those legs. Good job. Take your hands all the way to the sky. Forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Let it go. Now take your fingertips, walk them all the way towards the front. Turn your right foot back towards the front. Drop your left foot down. We're going to come back up and return in Warrior One. Good job. Now we're going to get out of town and vinyasa all the way down. to the mat. Let's meet in downward dog. See if we can repeat that on the other side. Kick your left foot to the sky. Give it a big stretch. Now bring it all the way to the front of the mat. Drop your left foot down into a 45-degree angle and come up high. Warrior one. And drop down. And breathe. Find your warrior side. Now, take your fingertips all the way down to the back side. Interlace your fingertips. Take your chest towards the sky. And breathe. Find something in your life to have gratitude for right here, right now, and let's let it go. All the way down. And breathe here, deep. Embrace this. Each moment only once. You got this. Release your fingertips. Come up high and strong. Now open up to warrior two. Your right foot will be parallel with the back of your mat, and then you're going to sink deep into this. Your drishti is over your left middle finger, and it's strong. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our reaction and how we react to things in life. Right now, your reaction is you want to get out of that left leg. Drop your left hand down, kick it to the sky. Each time we find our edge, we grow. And gives us more time in that window, that response time, to find our calm. Come back, warrior two. Drop your left hand down to the mat. Peel your right hand up high. And we breathe deep. And know that we've got this. That space between response. We got this. Come back up tall, warrior two. Sink down into it. Now get out of that leg. Come up. Twist that left foot in. Bring your heels in. You got this. Bring your hands up high, all above your head. Interlace your fingers. Bring them behind your head. We're going to sink down low. Do 5 sets. We're going to take our left elbow down. Down now to our right. Come back up. You got this. Breathe deep. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good job. Now stand up. Get out of that. Take your hands out to your side. Kick your heels out. Take your hands all the way up to the sky. Let it go. Wide-legged forward fold. Each moment only once. Those are in the past history. You made it. And you showed up for yourself. You found your edge. Walk your fingertips to the front. Take that left foot, plant it back towards the front. We're going to show up into a runner's lunge here. And then we're going to come up high in our warrior one where we started. And we're going to breathe. And we're going to express that gratitude for ourselves. We're going to get out of town, let it go. Let's chaturanga. Challenge yourself here. Curl up, baby cobra. Now we're going to come back into our sit bones into a hero pose. Roll out our wrists. And breathe. Let's come on to our sit bones. Take your feet out in front. can take micro bend in your knees here. We're going to come up high with our lengthen our spine, and we're going to forward fold, seated forward fold. Notice how this feels different from the first forward fold of the class. Your body has a lot more flexibility. Come back up. Now take your right foot over your left knee. Come up high. And let's stretch one more time all the way over to the right. And grab that knee. Bring it back into your body. And breathe. Bring your gaze back forward. Take your leg back out straight. Now bring your left foot in, put it over your right knee, and come up high and lengthen that spine. And twist over to the left. And we breathe deep. Bring your gaze back forward. Bring your hands down by your side and your feet out forward. We're going to set up for boat pose. You can grab the back legs and bring them in and set up if you'd like. You don't have to jerk anything up. Or you can bring your feet out straight wherever you are. Be where you are. You can be right here and breathe. Let's do a little core work. You thought I was done. You can row your boat from left to right. You can stay right here. Maintain that Ujjayi breath and breathe. Focus on your core. Drop your feet to the mat. Bring your torso up. Drop your hands over your knees and let it go. Bring your feet towards you, and we're going to set up for a bridge pose. Come all the way down towards your backs. If you need to adjust a little bit on your mat, go ahead. Bring your feet as close to your bottoms as you can. Your hands are down by your side. We're going to engage through our feet, our hands, and push up into a bridge. Your heels are going to feel like they want to pull towards your shoulders. You can interlace your fingers behind your back if you'd like. Breathe deep into this. Take your fingertips and take them all the way above your head. Come up onto your tippy toes. Take 2 big inhales here. Exhale. One more deep breath. Now I want you to come down 1 vertebra at a time from the top of your back all the way down to your lower, and feel that stretch and that baby massage, and let it go. Take your hands back to the front. Take your feet out long. We're going to take our right foot and gently place it above our left knee. We're going to set up for eye of the needle here. You can bring it in and pull it back towards you. Once you created your needle, you can grab that left quad and pull it back in towards you. Once you get that stretch, you can release that left quad and grab that right foot and pull it back into you. Allow your left leg to hover while you pull and engage this right shin back towards you, and feel that stretch. And breathe. Now we're going to release and set up for the other side. Take your left foot and put it right above your right knee. Pull it up. Create that eye of the needle. And pull it back in. You can gently go from left to right to give yourself a massage. Then you can release that right leg down. Let it hover. And you can pull that left foot back towards you and find that stretch. Find your growth. Each day when we show up for ourselves to the mat, we grow. And we find that edge. Release your legs. Now we're going to bring your feet down on the mat halfway into your torso, and we're going to set up for one more set of bridge. Push up. You can interlace your fingers behind your back if you like. Release your fingers, take them all the way above your head here. Come up onto your tippy toes, and now take that massage all the way down. Good job. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug here. You can rock from side to side if that feels good. And we breathe. Take your hands out, stadium arms here, cactus arms, and then we're going to take our knees all the way over to the right and just let them go. You can take your right hand, gently place it above your left knee for a little extra twist. And breathe. You can take your gaze over your left shoulder for a little more of a twist. For us, yoga's not a workout, it's a work in. We often look at each other and ask, have you had your yoga time today? Because without it, we're not the people we want to be. Being a forever yogi, being the ultimate yogi, you lead your life with love and kindness for everyone. And you realize how interconnected we truly all are. Bring your right hand under your right knee and gently bring it over and reset to the center. Give yourself a big hug. Take your hands out to your cactus arms. Drop it down to your left side. Now you can take your right hand and place it above your right knee, and your gaze is over your right arm. And we breathe. And Mother Teresa coined it perfectly when she said, if you want to save the world and you're worried about everything happening in the world, go home and love your family. The love will spill over into the world and heal the world on its own. Bring your left hand underneath your knee and bring it back up to center and give yourself a big hug. Reset that spine. One big kiss. Bring your head up to your knees. Now release everything to the mat. Take your feet out wide as you can. Find that comfortable position. Take your palms to where they're facing the sky to receive all the many gifts and love for showing up for your practice today. Remember the intent from the beginning of the practice that you set for yourself today. And know that your words become you. When you think of a beautiful intent for your day, remind yourself of that intent during the day and towards the end of the day. And your thoughts and your words truly become who you are. So if you think of yourself in a positive light, I am love, I am kind, and I am beautiful. That's truly all people will ever see. Find some calmness in your feet, wiggle your toes. And find some stillness in it. Let that calmness come down up through your legs, all the way into your stomach. Feel your breath entering your stomach and releasing through your stomach. Find your fingertips and allow your hands to find some calmness. Know that your palms are facing the sky. Find some calmness in your arms and in your shoulders. Feel your shoulders touching the mat. Know how strong they were for you today and give gratitude for that. Find your head. Find your crown. Release the wrinkles in your forehead. And find some calmness in your eyes. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale and breathe in. And release it out. When we breathe in, we know we're breathing. When we breathe out, we know we're breathing out. We know we're alive. Sometimes when we're having a bad day, we can say, well, I have gratitude that I woke up this morning and I was able to breathe all night. That's gratitude. Now bring your knees in towards you a little bit. Roll over to your right side. You can extend your right arm out and shift your body over like you're laying on your right side. Just to relax. We're going to open our heart up to the sky and give gratitude for our yoga today. Now come back up into a seated position. Bring your hands together, either to your heart center or to your third eye. My prayer for you is much love, much gratitude, and much health today. Namaste. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. And if you like what you heard today, please like and subscribe to our channel and follow and share. Namaste.